Offering our collective salutations to the Almighty, revered elders, devotees from across the globe, staff and students, a very good morning and welcome to the One World, One Family World Cultural Festival. From the vast embrace of the Amazon rainforest to the golden shores of Copacabana, Brazil stands as a living symphony of nature, culture and spirit, home to some of the world's greatest visionaries and artists, from the soulful melodies of Antonio to the timeless wisdom of Paulo Coelho. Brazil celebrates creativity that transcends boundaries. As Paulo Coelho reminds us, when we strive to become better than we are, everything around us becomes better too. In the spirit of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, Brazil reminds us that unity shines through diversity, that joy, compassion, and togetherness can transform every heart into a vibrant carnival of hope, peace, and shared humanity. This morning, as part of the Universal Wisdom for a United World lecture series, we welcome a revered spiritual master, Lama Padma Samten, Buddhist teacher and founder of the Bodhisattva Buddhist Studies Center, CEBB in Brazil. Lama Samten is a physicist, philosopher, and teacher whose life beautifully bridges the worlds of science and spirituality. With a bachelor's and master's degree in physics, he served as a professor of quantum physics for over 2 decades, finding profound parallels between scientific inquiry and Buddhist philosophy. His spiritual journey began in the early 1980s, culminating in the establishment of the Bodhisattva Buddhist Studies Center in 1986. Since then, he has guided numerous centers of CEBB across Brazil, offering retreats, meditation programs, and teachings that nurture peace, compassion, and inner awareness. Beyond the Buddhist community, Lama Samten has inspired countless individuals engaging in dialogues with scientists, educators, psychologists, and business leaders. An acclaimed author of works such as The Jewel of Wishes, Meditating on Life, The Lama and the Economist, and Relationships and Conflicts, Lama Padma continues to guide seekers towards balance, understanding, and compassion in an ever-changing world. Please join me in welcoming Lama Padma Samten.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa Buddhan saranam gacchami Dhamman saranam gacchami Sanghan saranam gacchami Dutiyan pi Buddhan saranam gacchami Dutiyan pi Dhamman saranam gacchami Dutiyan pi Sangham saranam gacchami Tatiyan pi sangam saranam gacchami. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Good morning. I would like to bring my deep understanding, my gratitude for the invitation, Sadhguru Sai. It's a very important meeting, a very important movement. We really have to feel like a family, a world family. Here we can feel this. Thank you very much. Maybe you remember that Brazil is a new country. When we imagine what is India, a very old country. Brazil is a new country that have been growing from the contribution of many people coming from different countries and the different cultures. We are still developing, we are still embodying. Myself, I have studied physics and worked 20 years in the university, and in that place I could start the discussion about science and spirituality, and then I could understand that usually science works with separativity, and spirituality works with non-separativity. And in quantum physics, we will find this question, since the great masters of quantum physics like Niels Bohr, he could develop the understanding that mind and the reality are not really split. It was the first step for me in approaching the Buddha teachings. In this moment, I really think that maybe in this time, this world culture will in some moment understand that the things are not separated from mind, and mind and consciousness are the true reality. When the Buddha explained the Four Noble Truths, he brought the truth of suffering, and the real meaning, the deep meaning of suffering is not understanding our consciousness and not understanding the reality of the world as not separated from ourselves. In some sense, we could think that we are in a great building here today, now, and this building can sustain itself by the bricks, iron, glasses, metals, but it is sustained by consciousness. If we don't have the magic of the good walls and the energy, even the buildings doesn't rest, doesn't endure. Even the buildings, they are alive. If you don't have a consciousness, the buildings die. Everything is sustained by consciousness. If we doesn't understand this, we are really in samsara. For me, it's a great emotion to be in the land of Buddha, and after that many centuries, I see that the vision, the Buddha's vision, is still alive, is still bringing benefit for the people. So the Buddha explained the second noble truth, the truth of the causes of suffering, and then we can understand how our mind appear and how the mind can develop attachment and developing the construction, the successive construction of realities that we call the development of the appearances, step by step, origin-dependent reality. And from this, we can understand how can we develop as a separate being, have this kind of misunderstanding, and how the things appear as separate from us. But Buddha explained the third noble truth about the understanding that our true reality are not shaken by the misunderstanding. Then the reality is the same. We have that deeper reality, and understanding this, we can go beyond suffering. So Buddha explained the Four Noble Truths, the truth of compassion and the truth of the way that leads us to liberation. And when we understand the suffering, and we understand that suffering can be cured, we can escape from suffering, we can go beyond suffering. When we understand this, then we feel in our heart center that it would be wonderful if everybody can understand this. So with this energy, we have the compassion as a possible action. And from this, we change our behavior from harming people, harming nature, harming other beings, to protecting beings, protecting nature, protecting human beings in all directions. From this, we can develop the qualities of helping people and helping the nature, helping other beings. Buddha explained 5 wisdoms. He explained the wisdom of the mirror, the wisdom of equality, the mirror, the wisdom of understanding everything, and the wisdom of causality, and finally the wisdom of the true nature. With this in hand, with this in mind, we can develop the skillful means for helping people. When we avoid bringing suffering and we bring benefits to the people and to all beings around, then we can rest in peace. With this peace in the heart, we can settle, we can sit in meditation and go deeper to understand our real nature. With this training, we can find what we have inside since the beginning. That is our true nature. If we have the special gift of finding a guru, then we can understand that the guru touched us in such a way that we are now really practicing and changing our lives. If we see this, then we understand the external aspect of the true nature. The gurus in India are numberless. We had a great number of great masters that understood completely the true nature. And if we have this happiness, then we understand the external aspect of compassion that arrived in front of us like a guru. The subtle aspect of the guru is his wisdom, his ability of looking reality and seeing the unity, the true nature of everything. It's the Sambhogakaya aspect of the guru. The guru, the external guru, the appearance of a guru is really an appearance that came from wisdom, from Sambhogakaya subtle aspects. And the Sambhogakaya subtle aspects come from the great silence, the great unshaken reality, the deepest space reality, without any construction and any separativity beyond space and time. From this come the wisdom of the Buddha, and from the wisdom come the gurus. So our practice is always remember, always see the guru in all our actions and activities. So it is our main practice. Remember the guru. I came here only to say this to you. And I know you are happy you found the guru and we can follow the way. So I would like to invite, if we have time, I would like to invite Carlos. Carlos is a Brazilian master of music. He will say some words and chant.
I'm going to sing a song I composed based on a Buddhist mantra. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Sai Ram.
We have more time? Vajraguru mantra means that 5 truths I have just mentioned. The truth of mirror truth means that what we see is not separated from our own consciousness. Then we could explain this by the bubbles of reality. The Buddha himself, the Mahaguru, the Supreme Buddha, is said to be in a great sangha, in a great mandala, where he can see all other beings in their worlds. From that highest place, without shaking anything, without any construction, he can see the worlds where the beings are manifesting themselves. And he can see that these worlds are special and particular worlds that cannot be noticed by other beings. And these beings inside this bubble of reality then can see only their own realities. So we have many, many different kinds of worlds, lokas. And the Buddha, from that highest point, he can see all these worlds. His vision is not in time, is not in space. His vision is beyond space and time. But inside these bubble realities, these lokas, these worlds, these particular worlds, the people, the persons, the beings are engaged in activities and time and the space. But the Buddha can see all of them free. Buddha can see inside any of these worlds. He can see the masters, other Buddhas, and the Bodhisattvas. He can see the teachings. He can see the suffering of all these beings. But he himself is completely beyond and can see infinite billions of worlds like that. From any of these worlds are there lights coming from his mind to all these worlds, and his mind can help the beings to recover the understanding of their reality. When we see what is happening in that big assembly, we understand that we are together with the Buddha in this same moment in that great assembly. So we can understand that each being can see its own reality and cannot really understand the reality of the other worlds. Buddha himself explained all three different great aspects of the beings. And he can explain the subtle worlds where the people, the persons, the beings are meditation beings, not gross beings, but they are still trapped by their short vision. And Buddha explained also the wisdom of equality, since that all these worlds and the beings have the same kind of root, that is avidya, the incapacity of understanding the true reality. So they construct that many different worlds. Buddha explained also the reality of the true understanding of all things. And then he can explain that even that the beings are trapped in short vision, their true nature have not changed. Buddha himself explained the four truths, that is the four wisdom, that is the wisdom of causality. And he teaches what have been done, what should not be done, and how can avoid karma, and how can we really bring actions for the benefit of beings. And then Buddha explained the fifth wisdom, the natural wisdom of our true nature, that is the great openness of our earth without any constraint. any construction also. So it is said in the Mahaguru mantra, Om Ha-Hum Vajra Guru Padma Siddhi Hum. So I'd like to say thank you, and I will say a short dedication. Thank you.
We extend our heartfelt gratitude to Lama Padma Samten for sharing his wisdom and inspiring all of us this morning. Now, may we invite Professor Sri Kantamurthy, Vice Chancellor, Sri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence, to extend our token of gratitude and appreciation to Lama Padma Samten. Now, we shall have a short break and reconvene for Satya Darpan.
जय 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 गणनायका, जय जय विघ्न विनाशका। जय 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 गणनायका, जय जय विघ्न विनाशका। जय 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 गणनायका, जय जय विघ्न विनाशका। शुभमङ्गलदायका, विद्या बुद्धि प्रदायका। शुभमङ्गलदायका, विद्या बुद्धि प्रदायका। जय शुभमङ्गलदायका, विद्या बुद्धि प्रदायका। गजवदना गौरी नंदना, गजवदना गौरी नंदना, गजवदना गौरी नंदना, गजवदना गौरी नंदना, गंगाधर शिव शंभो नंदना, गंगाधर शिव शंभो नंदना, गंगाधर शिव शंभो नंदना, गंगाधर शिव शंभो नंदना। जय 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 गणनायका, जय जय विघ्न विनाशका। जय गणनायका, जय जय विघ्न विनाशका। जय शुभमङ्गलदायका, विद्या बुद्धि प्रदायका। शुभमङ्गलदायका, विद्या बुद्धि प्रदायका। गजवदना गौरी नंदना, गजवदना गौरी नंदना, गंगाधर शिव शंभो नंदना, गंगाधर शिव शंभो नंदना, गंगाधर शिव शंभो नंदना, गंगाधर शिव शंभो नंदना। जय 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 गणनायका, जय जय विघ्न विनाशका। देवादिदेवा नटन शिवा, देवादिदेवा नटन शिवा, देवादिदेवा नटन शिवा, देवादिदेवा नटन शिवा। शंभो महादेव साई शिवा, शंभो महादेव साई शिवा, शंभो महादेव साई शिवा, शंभो महादेव साई शिवा। देवादिदेवा तेजोमया
नंदिवाहना परमशिवा ज्योतिर्लिंगा तेजोमया
नंदिवाहना परमशिवा ज्योतिर्लिंगा तेजोमया
नंदिवाहना परमशिवा ज्योतिर्लिंगा तेजोमया
पशुपतिनाथ लिंगेश्वरा
पशुपतिनाथ लिंगेश्वरा
पशुपतिनाथ लिंगेश्वरा
पशुपतिनाथ लिंगेश्वरा
गौरी वराहे भुवन सुंदरा
गौरी वराहे भुवन सुंदरा
गौरी वराहे भुवन सुंदरा
गौरी वराहे भुवन सुंदरा
देवादिदेवा नटन शिवा
देवादिदेवा नटन शिवा
शंभो महादेव साई शिवा
महादेव साई शिवा
देवादिदेवा नटन शिवा
देवादिदेवा नटन शिवा
नंदिवाहना परमशिवा ज्योतिर्लिंगा तेजोमया
नंदिवाहना परमशिवा ज्योतिर्लिंगा तेजोमया
पशुपतिनाथ लिंगेश्वरा
पशुपतिनाथ लिंगेश्वरा
गौरी वराहे भुवन सुंदरा
गौरी वराहे भुवन सुंदरा
गौरी वराहे भुवन सुंदरा
गौरी वराहे भुवन सुंदरा
देवादिदेवा नटन शिवा
कोटि प्रणाम शतकोटि प्रणाम
कोटि प्रणाम शतकोटि प्रणाम
कोटि प्रणाम शतकोटि प्रणाम
कोटि प्रणाम शतकोटि प्रणाम
हे दीननाथ साईरा
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 तुम हो भक्तों के युग अवतार हे दीननाथ साई राम। हे दीननाथ साई राम। शतकोटि प्रणाम, कोटि प्रणाम, शतकोटि प्रणाम। हे दीननाथ साई राम। हे दीननाथ साई राम। हे दीननाथ साई राम। हे दीननाथ तुम हो भक्तों के युगावतार, तुम हो भक्तों के युगावतार। तुम हो नंदानंद के लाल, तुम हो नंदानंद के लाल। पतिपुरी के साई गोपाल, पतिपुरी के साई गोपाल। हे दीननाथ साई राम। 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 कोटि प्रणाम, शतकोटि प्रणाम।
कृष्ण राम गोविंद नारायण, कृष्ण राम गोविंद नारायण, कृष्ण राम गोविंद नारायण, कृष्ण राम गोविंद नारायण। माधवा केशवा हरि नारायण, माधवा केशवा हरि नारायण।
दुर्गा अम्बा भवानी जय जय दुर्गा अम्बा भवानी
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 मंगलकरिणी संकटहरिणी
संकटहरिणी
मंगलकरिणी संकटहरिणी
मंगलकरिणी संकटहरिणी
प्रणव स्वरूपिणी माता जय जय
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 दुर्गा अम्बा भवानी जय जय
दुर्गा अम्बा भवानी जय जय
दुर्गा अम्बा भवानी
दुर्गा अम्बा भवानी
दुर्गा अम्बा भवानी जय जय दुर्गा अम्बा भवानी
दुर्गा अम्बा भवानी जय जय दुर्गा अम्बा भवानी
मंगलकरिणी संकटहरिणी
मंगलकरिणी संकटहरिणी
प्रणव स्वरूपिणी माता जय जय
प्रणव स्वरूपिणी माता जय जय
दुर्गा अम्बा भवानी जय जय
दुर्गा अम्बा भवानी जय जय
दुर्गा अम्बा भवानी
दुर्गा अम्बा भवानी
दुर्गा अम्बा भवानी जय जय दुर्गा अम्बा भवानी
काली काली महाकाली कपालिनी काली काली महाकाली कपालिनी काली काली महाकाली कपालिनी
राधे कृष्णा जय श्री कृष्णा राधे 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 कृष्णा राधे कृष्णा जय श्री कृष्णा राधे 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 कृष्णा राधे कृष्णा जय श्री कृष्णा राधे 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 कृष्णा राधे कृष्णा जय श्री कृष्णा राधे 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 कृष्णा राधे कृष्णा जय श्री कृष्णा राधे 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 कृष्णा राधे कृष्णा जय श्री कृष्णा राधे 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 कृष्णा राधे कृष्णा जय श्री कृष्णा राधे राधे शिरडी कृष्णा पति कृष्णा साई कृष्णा राधे राधे कृष्णा राधे राधे कृष्णा साई कृष्णा राधे 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 कृष्णा राधे कृष्णा जय श्री कृष्णा राधे 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 कृष्णा राधे कृष्णा जय श्री कृष्णा राधे कृष्णा राधे कृष्णा जय श्री कृष्णा राधे 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 कृष्णा राधे कृष्णा जय श्री कृष्णा राधे 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 कृष्णा राधे राधे कृष्णा राधे राधे जय श्री कृष्णा राधे राधे जय श्री कृष्णा राधे 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 कृष्णा राधे राधे कृष्णा राधे राधे जय श्री कृष्णा राधे राधे जय श्री कृष्णा राधे 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 कृष्णा राधे 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 राधे
Om Shri Sai Ram, offering our humble salutations at the lotus feet of our Master, Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai, revered elders, devotees from across the globe, staff and students, a very good morning and welcome to Sathya Darpan. Yesterday, Sadguru began by explaining that there is an unseen hand of the divine behind every action, much like a puppeteer in a show. Stating that thoughts must be dealt in an objective manner from a distance, Sadguru illustrated that a jnani's mind functions like RAM, not allowing it to store or clog unnecessary information. While describing the nature of samsara, Sadguru quoted the 15th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, wherein Lord Krishna talks of the inverted ashwattha or peepal tree that should be cut with the sword of detachment. The 8th shloka of the Ashtavakra Gita says, Pravruttau jayate ragaha, nivruttau dvesha evahi, nirdvandvo balavad dhiman, evameva vyavastitaha. Sage Ashtavakra tells King Janaka, those who are externally driven develop attachment and when withdrawn harbor aversion. Both are bound. Only the one free from dualities stands firm like a child with steady intelligence. Sadhguru further emphasized that as long as even the tiniest shoot of worldly existence or the last vestiges of desire remains, one cannot truly focus on the higher self. He concluded chapter 16 by advising all of us to live in the world but not let the world live in us. We now pray to Sadhguru to bless us all with the explanation of chapter 16 of the Ashtavakra Gita.
सहना भवतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
Bhagavan Vedavyasa, after having written all the Puranas, finally concludes that the essence of all the reading and all the learning and all the sadhana and all the worship is only this much. Paropakaraya punyaya papaya parapidanam. To do good to others is the real merit, and to harm anyone is the sin. So one should live in this world with this idea that their life should be for the good of all. Anything that they do, think or speak should be in the highest interest and the welfare of all the beings. So if you have to decide whether this thought is to be entertained, this word has to be spoken, this work has to be done, the only parameter against which you would measure its usefulness or its importance is whether this is going to lead to any good to others, not your good. Your good is included in the good of all. With that one thought, if we live in this world, all our thoughts, words and actions will get purified. Once the purified actions, thoughts and words happen, divinity naturally manifests in such a being. So purification of one's body, mind and speech is the effort. The first step of this purification is integrity of thought, word and action. All the three should be in sync with each other. Unfortunately, in the modern times where we live now, what we call as Kali Yuga as per the scriptures, it is not so. Most of the people say one thing, think another thing and do another thing altogether. That is the reason for all the chaos in this world. If they read the scriptures, if they learn the scriptures, if they listen to the Guru, then whatever they have decided to do based on the inspiration that they receive from the scriptures and the Guru, that is what they should speak, that is what they should think, that is what they should practice. Saying one thing and thinking another thing and doing another thing is not going to be the right way. So most important practice in Kali Yuga is to get your thought, word and deed to be harmonized. If you say I want God, then your thought should be I want God, your word should be I want God, your deed should also be I want God. Thought cannot be I want God, word is I want world, and deed is I want both world and God. Then nothing is going to come to you. That's what is the problem. There is an interesting story that it seems Dharmaraja asked how the Kali Yuga would be once Krishna leaves. Dwapara Yuga would be over and the next stage will start. And Krishna shot 4 arrows in 4 directions and told the other 4 brothers, that is Bhima, Arjuna, Nakula and Sahadeva, to go and pick up these arrows from these 4 corners, wherever they had fallen, and come and tell me what they saw. So these 4 brothers went in 4 directions of the arrows, and the first one went and picked up the arrow, and he saw a strange sight. The sight was that of a well which was overflowing with water, but around that there were 4 wells which were completely dry. That was the first sight. Near the second arrow, the second brother saw that there was a newly born calf, but the mother cow went on licking the calf so much that it started bleeding. Its skin started tearing and it started bleeding, but yet the mother cow did not stop licking the newborn calf. She was surprised by this strange sight. And then he came back. The third brother went to pick up the arrow and he found a strange sight. He saw that a cuckoo was singing in such a melodious voice, at the same time it was tearing apart a rabbit and eating it. That was also a strange sight. He could not understand. And the fourth brother saw that there is a huge boulder which was rolling down a big hill towards the village which was at the foothills. But suddenly a small tree, not even a tree, a kind of a bush, stopped it from further going down and saved the village. So they all four saw four different sights, and they came and reported to Krishna. Then Krishna said, this is how Kali Yuga is going to be. They did not understand what does it mean. So Krishna explained. The first sight, where you saw a well which is full of water, and there are four wells around it which are totally dry. He said that is how wealth will be distributed in the society. Some will hold all the wealth in the world, and others will starve. Yet there won't be compassion from those who have much more to share with others who do not have any. That will be the way of the rich people and the poor people in the Kali Yuga. And this is all written much earlier in those scriptures, but today that is what we see. 2% of people in the world hoard as much as 50% of world's wealth. And that's not an exception in any country. Across the world, that is the way. Few powerful people control the destinies of all the rest. And they have no mercy, no compassion. For furthering their cause of becoming wealthier, they are ready to do anything and everything, including selling weapons, creating wars and conflicts, and killing the innocent. Anything is possible, anything is doable for them. The amount of corruption that has entered the business system, whether it is education, whether it is healthcare, whether it is politics, whether it is businesses of all kinds, even in essential businesses which are necessary for people's living, for their life, even they have become so commercialized that people don't care what happens to them. They are only interested in profiteering out of people's miseries. That is Kali Yuga. There are some holding so much of wealth while others are all going poor and starving. But there is no mercy, there is no compassion. That was the first sight explained. The second sight was that of a mother cow licking the calf so badly that it starts bleeding, yet the mother cow is not stopping. The baby is crying, but calf's pain is not heard by the mother cow. That's a strange sight. And he said that is how parenting will be in Kali Yuga, where people will pamper their children beyond necessity and spoil them by giving them phones and internet connections and social media. Now that Krishna didn't say, I am saying that, but that's what it means. That they will ruin the children by over caring for them. They'll make them so dependent of them that children will have no standing of their own. And in fact, they will give them so much that children will get spoilt. And they will ruin the future of the children. That's exactly what is happening. See, earlier in Gurukula system, whatever it is, you are a rich person's son or a poor person's daughter, everybody goes to Gurukulam and lives the same life at the Gurukulam, sleep on the same floor, eat the same food, wear the same clothes, do the same chores, and learn the same subjects. Rich did not have the privilege to go and attend some international global schooling, whereas the poor, they languish in some government schools. And parents were, even though they had the means, like Sri Rama's father, Dasharatha, had all the means to coach all the four children. In fact, he tells Vasishta, can you do homeschooling for all the four? After a long time, I have seen the faces of children. I didn't have children for a long time. If you take them away for 10, 12 years, what will I do as a father? I'll be very pained. So he starts arguing with Vasishta. And Vasishta says, this is not the way of king. You have to set example. If you start doing this, taking excuses, making excuses and taking exceptions, then society will get spoilt. Yatha Raja Pratha Praja. As you behave, the people will behave. So yes, I know the life in Gurukula is going to be very hard. They have to lead a life like anybody else. Whatever Gurukula can provide, that's all is for everyone. Equally. No discrimination, no privileges. And your four sons, though they are princes born to you in the luxurious setup of the palace and pampered by you because they have come after a long, long wait. Yet you should not break the rules. So also the Sri Krishna and Kuchela studied in the same Gurukulam. The idea was that parents were very clear. Their job is to help the child grow into a person of character, not into a pampered brat who would ruin himself and ruin everybody around. But today in the name of parenting, we take exceptions. People don't want to send their children to Gurukula, they want to keep them at home and pamper them because of their attachments. Children have no problem. I've seen children, maybe first 2 days they cry for their parents because of homesickness. Third day they have made friends, they have become very happy, they play, eat, enjoy, and they forget about everything at home. It's not the problem with the children, it's the problem with the parents, like the problem with the mother cow which was going on licking the calf. Even it was bleeding, it was not yielding, it was not listening to it. Like that, parents will ruin their children in Kali Yuga, is what he has said. And the third sight is that of cuckoo, which is singing beautifully and at the same time killing a rabbit and eating it. That's a very strange sight. He said the knowledgeable, so-called wise ones will be like that. They'll say nice things with their mouth, but they do terrible things with their bodies. There won't be any integrity of thought, word and speech in the so-called the wise ones. They will say one thing, do another thing, and it will be totally opposite to each other. So don't just believe anybody, because they'll say nice things to you, but they will do terrible things to you later. So just be careful. That is how Kali Yuga is going to be. And the last one, he says, when the boulder is coming, that huge rock is coming, rolling down the hill, about to damage the entire village, a small bush comes in its way and stops it from further going down. And that is how in Kali Yuga, by chanting the name of the Lord, even though it is such a small exercise, not a big ritual, not a huge pilgrimage, but just remembering the Lord, chanting the name, itself will save us from greatest of the disasters. So these are the 4 scenes Krishna explains how the times in the future would be and how things would be. And today, if you really compare, that is how it is. You see people running businesses or hoarding so much of money madly without knowing even why they need to do that. And they spend lavishly, not knowing how to waste that, how to spend that. They keep doing things. And others are starving, millions and millions of them. The second scene, parents are ruining the children by giving them gadgets. Some parents complain to me, my child came home during vacations and then he's addicted to the mobile. He seems to have learned nothing in your school. I told, I did not give him a mobile and sent him home. Who gave him the mobile? Did he buy it on his own? No, you gave the mobile to him. He asked for it, you felt you are a good parent, you should give. Now he is addicted, what can you do? You spoiled my efforts also and ruined your child as well. Now he gets angry if you take the mobile away from him. So who spoiled them? I didn't spoil them. System of the school did not spoil. You spoiled them. That's why in Gurukula everybody gets equal treatment, equal food, equal clothes, equal facilities, equal attention. Nobody gets any privileges just because you are rich. Till recent times we had some privileges for the rich because they were paying for themselves. But we removed it totally from 2022 onwards. We said no more. Everybody is equal. So many rich people stopped putting their children in our Gurukulam because we don't give them the special privileges of bringing sweets, chocolates, dry fruits and all for them. We say if you bring for everybody, otherwise bring for none. Whatever is offered in the hostel, that is what it is. So some of these rich people's children who initially joined, they were all complaining because they were losing weight in the hostel. I said they were overweight first of all. You fed them too much. You made them obese. And then we are actually doing good to them by making them lose all that unnecessary fat. So they feel bad. No, you're waking them up at so early. What will happen to them? They don't get enough sleep. I said they get enough sleep. They sleep early. That's the only difference. In your house, they were sleeping late and waking up late. And you thought they were sleeping enough. But here they sleep early. Don't you remember that? They wake up early, but they sleep early too. And that is the right way to do things. You spoiled them. We are not spoiling them. So like that people, some people will stealthily bring chocolate, sweets, and try to feed their own children stealthily. And while other poor children will be staring at the face of these children. And many are orphans too. Some children even wrote to me, when parents meet happens, I feel terrible because there is no parent for me. Nobody is going to come and ask how you are or bring me gifts. So I told first of all the parents, you cannot bring gifts for only your children. If you're bring it for the entire class or the entire campus. Otherwise don't bring anything. Because you are creating unnecessary differences and heartburns in those little kids, and those traumas will remain with them forever. So don't do that. So these are some of the things we have implemented to fight the Kali Yuga issue of parenting. So also the thought, word and action, which is what just now I was saying. Thought, word and action should be in integrity in Kali Yuga. If you are not able to integrate these thought, words and actions, you are not going to attain anything here. So first thought, word and action that if you say you are devotees, you are students, you are seekers, you are sadhakas, what should be your thought, word and action? You write it down for yourself and practice that. I think that I must attain self. I must realize the divinity within and without. Then, are you speaking in that way? Are you speaking nicely, sweetly, truthfully, without hurting anyone? Are you always discussing the truth or gossiping and wasting your time in unnecessary conversations? Ask yourself. And actions. Are all your actions paropakaraya punyaya, papaya parapidanam? Are they directed towards the good of all, or it is for some selfish sake that you work? Howsoever little, as I said, even small drop of poison also will ruin the entire food. Nobody will eat it. Likewise, are you doing that? So thought, word and action should be integrated before you try to achieve more. Because if this is not there, it is like a bottomless pot. In Hindi they say bin pende ka lota. It means you try to fill water with a pot which has no bottom. Can you fill any water in it is the question. So not having the integrity of thought, word and action, manasekam, karmanekam, vachasekam. If you do not have that, it is like filling water with a pot which has no bottom. So it will never fill basically. You are just wasting your time and everybody's time. So before we enter the next book, because today we are starting new book here, the fourth one and the last book, I want to remind everybody strongly that yes, the Kali Yuga's trends are like this, that you will generally be having no harmony and integrity of thought, word and action. That is how Krishna has defined it. But if you want to seek the God, the divinity within and seek that realization, first thing you have to do is align your thought, words and actions. You want God, then you speak such things which will lead you to God. Like tapas, vang tapas, last time I mentioned. Anudvega karam vakyam, without causing issues to others, causing restlessness in others. Speak in a soft way. Speak truth. Speak in a sweet way. Speak in the right way. Speak only when necessary. Otherwise be silent. These are other maunam, atma vinigraham, keeping control over your tongue and practicing maunam, silence of the speech and the mind. These are the things that you must do. Similarly for the body also there is a tapas that I have told already. Pragya Guru Pujanam. You worship the gurus and the wise ones. It means you follow what they say through your body, you practice it. Like that, there are shlokas from Bhagavad Gita. Similarly, manas tapas is also there, the mind's tapas. What should you do? Saumyam, it should be of soft and pleasant demeanor. Your mind should be always calm and pleasant. How do you do all these things? You have to practice those 3 shlokas of tapas. Only then you should go to the next book, because again, as I said, you are trying to fill water with a pot full of holes or no bottom at all. It will be a waste of our time. With that reminder, this is the chapter 17th, and further Ashtavakra is elaborating on the nature of the self and the importance of one to live in this world, and also describing the people who live like that. What are the ways they live? How do they behave in the society? Something like that of the concept of Jivan Mukta that we had seen. So the shloka Ashtavakra says, Ashtavakra vacha tena jnana phalam praptam yoga abhyasa phalam tatha triptah svachendriyo nityam ekaki ramate tu yaha. Which means, they alone, by them alone, this fruit of all the sadhana is experienced. What sadhanas? Jnana phalam. All the jnana yoga that you have done, read scriptures, understood scriptures, attended satsang, listened to the discourses, that fruits of that. Praptam from yoga abhyasam phalam tada. Also you have practiced yoga. What is yoga? 3 definitions of yoga there at the body, mind and spirit level. Just now I just mentioned 3 levels. The physical yoga is Sharira Madhyam Kalu Dharma Sadhanam. Use this body to do Dharma Sadhana only, not for anything. And Karmasu Kaushalam. Whatever actions you do, do it perfectly. Do it with the best of your abilities. Don't do it half-heartedly. Give it your very best. Your best may be different from next person's best, but your practice of yoga is Yoga Karmasu Kaushalam. Do your best in every situation. And that is the motto of our university also. Because in our university also people of all types are there. Some are very dull-witted, some are extremely intelligent, some are differently talented. But I tell them all, I don't compare you with the other. I only compare you with yourself. How you were yesterday, how you are today, and how you are going to be tomorrow, that is my standards of comparison. You came from a different background, different culture, I understand all that. But have you improved from there? And have you given your very best? Then I will appreciate you still. So Yoga Karmasu Kaushalam and Dharma Sadhanam, Sharira Madhyam Dharma Sadhanam. These are the ones which I define as the yoga of the body, not the asanas, what you do, Surya Namaskaras. All these also yoga only. But the purpose of the yoga is to do everything you do with your body perfectly. Everything you should put all your effort, all your might in it. And learn and do it. If you don't know it, learn and do it, but do it better. Many times these children are making sketches now. They want my signature on those sketches. Some of them I sign, some of them I don't sign. They are surprised because they think this sketches, mine is better than that fellow's sketch, In that you can't even recognize who that person is, I have to find it, I have to really search for myself in the sketch. Eyes will be somewhat, nose will be another way, ears will be, but they make a caricature. Yet, I sign it. Why? Because it is done by a 6th class boy. He has just started sketching. He doesn't know still the proportions. He doesn't know the techniques. Yet, with devotion, he wants to do something. So, I'll sign it. 12th class fellow brings a caricature like this. I'm not going to sign it. I'm going to tell you, go and practice. So, many times I go, I see, look at the face of the child, his age, and I tell, this is quite bad. Go practice. There is a method. Make grids and slowly translate the image into your sketch and shade it properly and bring it later. So for some people I tell them you have to practice and come only, then I will sign. For some kids I just sign it like that. Why? Yoga karmasu kaushalam. For that kid that is the best he can do. But for the older one he could have done better if he or she would have put effort. So he is not going to get the marks for it. So that is my idea of yoga. You do your very best. And I know whose best is how much potential is there in each one of them. But if you don't really put effort, then you will never realize your true potential. So yoga at the body level. Then what is the yoga at the thought level? Yoga's chitta vritti nirodha. This is from Patanjali Yoga Sutra. The first one was from the Yoga Karma Kaushalam is from Bhagavad Gita. The second one, Yoga's chitta vritti nirodha. You have to control the vagaries of the mind. Too many thoughts coming in your head. Continuously, restlessly, you are going on thinking, remembering, deciding, wanting, discarding, accepting, rejecting, hating. So many thoughts running. 60,000 thoughts are there in our mind every day. Unique thoughts. Repetitive thoughts will be even more. That is the capacity at which this mind is running. RPM. Thoughts or TPM. Thoughts per minute. So much. Control those. Reduce your thoughts. Remove those thoughts. Control the thoughts to only bare minimum, basic minimum. And he said, don't carry anything in your heart. Keep it empty and free. So that when God speaks, it is heard. Otherwise, there is chaos and noise inside your head. You cannot hear God. So you have to be silent. Your thoughts should be controlled. So yoga is chitta vritti nirodha. You have to control your thoughts is the Patanjali Yoga Sutras. And then finally, the ultimate, yoga is yoga. Samatvam yoga muchyate. Equanimity is the ultimate yoga. Equanimity in your spirit. In the sense, in your being. There is no disturbance, no emotions, no craving, no wanting, nothing. Absolute steady state of consciousness is perfect yoga. So these are the ways, but most of the yogis are stuck where? They stuck in the body level. They do asanas, they stretch this way, that way, and they think with that do all kind of bandhas, especially the hatha yogis are there. Very difficult asanas they do. And quite painful also. Anybody just cannot do like that. But with that they try to push the energy in the kundalini, they try to push it up their spine, not spine, the sushumna nadi, and they try to open their chakras. Whole effort is towards that. Physically they try to develop this abilities to realize the self. And that also is one way. As I said, many paths are there to the same peak. One can climb the hill from any side. You will reach the same peak at the end. So these people are there. They are most of them. Many others do yogas for the sake of gaining siddhis. What kind of siddhis? I should be able to read others' mind, predict the future, cure somebody, enter somebody's body, levitate. All kinds of funny ideas. Why? Because that is attractive for them. They feel that there is some kind of a joy in it. Joy is there. I am not saying there is no joy in it. But is this perfect joy? Does it permanently stay? No. As long as you are able to hold all those bandhas and able to push your mind into that, it holds for you. Once you stop practicing the yoga, you fall back again. That's why Kathopanishad says, Yogo hi prabhavapya yo. Yoga is bound to rise and fall. It is not a steady state. The ultimate study is yoga samatvam. When equanimity comes to you, that is the true yoga. Physical yogas or mental yogas, controlling the mind, focusing on the flame, that yoga is there, Raja Yoga is there, Dhyana Yoga is there. People light a flame and then focus on the flame, try to control all their thoughts, focus on one thing. Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi, all that they try. All that is okay. But who really enjoys the true yoga and the fruits of true yoga, he is saying here. So he says, Jnana phalam praptam, yoga abhyasam phalam tatha. Who enjoys the phala of reading the scriptures and attending satsangs and reading up or listening to the gurus, and who truly enjoys the fruit of all the yogas, physical, mental, whatever, spiritual yoga, who, he says, triptah swachhendriyo, the one who is ever satisfied because he has no desire. His swachhendriyo, pure indriyas, his senses are pure. He is also using his senses, eating, sleeping, talking, touching, smelling, whatever 5 senses have been given, karmendriya, jnanendriya, vak, pani, padam, upastha, upayu, all this he is using. All these things, his hands and feet and his tongue to speak and his procreatory organs and his excretory organs, everything he is using. So also touch, taste, smell, touch, sight, all these organs also, jnanendriya, karmendriya he is using. But he is truptaha, he is satisfied. There is no craving in him to use all these things. And swachha indriya, whatever he does with his senses are pure, blemishless, sinless, guileless. He also speaks, but speaks the truth, speaks sweetly, speaks in a way that helps everybody, does not speak lies. So his tongue is also being used, but used in the pure way. His eyes are also being used, but he sees only what is right, what is good, what is pure, what is divine. It means even if things are around him are not so divine, he still sees the divinity. He sees through the clutter of all the worldliness. That is the idea. Not that he sees only rishis around him or yogis around him. No. He might be living in the world, in the society where terrible people are also there. But in them also he sees divinity. That is the swachhata of his indriya. He listens to the good things, to the scriptures, to the wonderful discourses of great jnanis. He is ever ready to listen to all that. But the moment scandal flows, he closes his ears. He doesn't want to listen to unnecessary gossip, untruth, and wasteful words. Why? But our interests are there. Some people are very interested in gossiping, the houseflies. So he is not like that. He is the butterfly who only goes to the flowers, not the housefly which goes to garbage one day, flower another day. So he is very careful in using his senses and indriyas, all indriyas. Where does his feet take him to? Feet take him to the good places, to the company of noble ones, to the temples, to the seva, not to ugly places, dirty places, unwanted places. What does he do with his hands? With his hands he worships the divine. He serves the poor and takes care of his own body also as needed. Beyond that, he does not use his hands for anything else, not for any selfish sake, not for harming anyone, not for doing any transaction which is not leading to the good of others. So he is also using the body, all the indriyas, but he is satisfied. First quality, he is satisfied with his indriyas. He is not pushing them, let's eat more, let us enjoy more, let us go there and see this and hear that. No. He is quite satisfied with whatever is around him. He is not craving for anything. And he has kept his all indriyas pure, because he is only using them for the right purposes, to express divinity, to express love and compassion, to express service and selflessness in everything. Such a person, very careful in using his indriyas. Swachha indriya, nityam, ever ekaki, focused, or ekaki also means solitude, ever in solitude, even in the midst of the crowd, as if he is alone. He is so dispassionate, so detached. The world may go around, he stays steady, like the axle of the wheel. The wheel goes around, it stays steady. The axle stays steady. Like that he is steady in the moving world, in the ever-changing world, he is the same. Ramate, and he is always in the state of joy. In the midst of crises also, difficulties also, terrible things also, he is ever joyful. Nobody can steal his joy, because the joy's source is within, not without. I always say, don't give others the key to your joy. If you are dependent on them to be happy, then you will be miserable when they are not around. But if you want to be ever happy, then the source of joy should be within. And when you have that joy within, wherever you go, you will experience that joy, because it doesn't matter who are around you. Friends are there, enemies are there, or rich are there, poor are there, luxury is there, poverty is there. Doesn't matter to you, because the joy is from inside you. You are lost in that joy. So these are the people who are truly enjoying the fruits of all the jnana and yoga. Because Ashtavakra has taught a lot of jnana in the last 16 chapters. And also he has told how to live life of a yogi, in control of your mind and senses, in not having attraction for the worldly, and developing dispassion. All these are yogic practices, either at the physical or mental level. He has taught all this, but he said truly you will enjoy the benefit of all that you have learned only if you become ever satisfied with yourself. You don't have any more desires. You are happy in all situations. Triptaha swachendriha. You are pure in your senses and mind. It is never used for a wrong purpose. You never speak, think, act in a way that is not correct. And always he is in solitude, even in the midst of the crowd. He is in solitude and ramate, ever joyful. Such a person is ever joyful. The one who is like that only truly enjoys the... Otherwise I have seen enough people, they have read up enough scriptures, but they have no peace of mind. They don't understand the scriptures only, they just memorized it. Like this, my fellow was there. A king had declared a contest, announced a competition, saying whoever explains to him this shloka of Bhagavad Gita, he'll give him so much gold and wealth and all that. Best first prize is the big piece of land and gold and a house and all that. Which is the shloka. He says, Ananyas chintayanto mam ye janah paryupasate tesham nityabhyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyam. Now who does not know the meaning of this shloka? Everybody knows. The one who thinks of me all the time, Ananyas chintayantaha ye janah paryupasate, and worships me with all his heart. What do I do for them? Tesham nityabhyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyam. Forever and ever, for all the times, what do I do? Take care of their welfare. Yogakshema. All that they need, all they need to have, I will look after that. They don't need to worry. Who? The one who continuously meditates on me, thinks of me and worships me. It's a simple shloka, everybody knows the meaning in Bhagavad Gita. So when this competition was declared, a lot of Pandits got very excited. Oh my goodness, this is very easy. We'll go and explain and we'll get all the wealth and the prizes. So all of them prepared notes, made their speeches ready, and picked up all kinds of ideas to go. And they competed in the court. Here was one poor Brahmin also, who also in a miserable state because he did not have money, they didn't have food to eat, he lived in a shattered, a little small hut, and he did not have much to eat or wear. So he hears about this. He says, I must also go and compete, maybe I will earn something. So he goes to the king's court, and everybody goes, king rejects, you don't know the meaning, you don't know. Nobody's interpretation or explanation was satisfying the king. So this man's turn comes, he also tries to explain, he says, no, you don't know the meaning of the shloka. This Pandit gets very irritated. He says, how do you say? I am a Sanskrit scholar. I have read Bhagavad Gita a million times. I have been preaching and teaching Bhagavad Gita for so many people for so long. How can you say that I do not know the meaning of this shloka? He thinks this king is simply fooling around. He doesn't want to give anybody anything. He's just playing around, and he goes away very disappointed. But the king tells, if you come to know of the meaning of this shloka, then come tomorrow. You can explain to me. Anyway, he thinks not much of the king's word because it looks like it was just a facade, it was just namesake he was doing. So he went home. There his wife says, what happened? You did not get any prize, you came back disappointed. He said, you shut up, you don't know anything about things, like husbands were irritated. What happened? Tell me. I know I'm illiterate, I don't know Sanskritam and I never read scriptures, but maybe I'll try to understand what happened. He says, the king says that I do not know the meaning of the shloka. How can he say that? It's such a humiliation for me. So she says, the king said the right thing. He gets even more irritated. He says, first of all, you know nothing. On top of that, you are just an ordinary woman. And on top of that, you are giving me this gyan that I don't know the meaning of the shloka. She says, yes, you don't know the meaning of the shloka. How is it, he says. If you truly knew the meaning of the shloka, why should you go begging for all these things to the king? If you really believe that Krishna will take care of you, if you ever think of him, why would you go and stand in front of the king like a beggar? And Krishna says, Yogakshemam vahamyam, I will look after your welfare provided you think of me, not the king, not the wealth, not this, that and all that. Then this man realizes, yes, I made a mistake. So what do I do? Next day he does not go to the court at all. The king was waiting for which Pandit will come back. Many of them will come back to explain it even with more vigor and with cross references and so on and so forth. But this man doesn't turn up. So the king, with all the prize money, all the wealth, he himself travels to the house of this poor Brahmin and says, today you have understood the shloka. So I have come to give you all the offerings. You have won the prize. That is how scriptures should be understood, through practice. The phala of the scriptural studies is not by chanting the Palashruti at the end of it. It's by practicing it you really get the phala. And the practice is this triptaha. Though I am poor, I am satisfied, I am happy. Why? Because God is there for me and whatever is happening is under the great divine will. However He keeps, I am happy. I have no complaints. These people are not those always who are cribbing and crying and complaining. These are not those. Triptaha. And Swachendriya, they tell them, you do tell a lie for me, be a witness in the court and tell lies for my sake, I will give you so much money. They won't do that. You sign here and do this fraud and half of we will share. So many banks have collapsed because of frauds. So many companies have collapsed because of balance sheet fudging. Being in a bank, I knew how many people are fudging their account statements and balance sheets. How many banks have collapsed because of this lending and borrowing which was unfair. Stock markets have collapsed because of share rigging and all the scandals within. How many people? They use their senses for the wrong reasons. So also wars happen, crime happens against women, crime happens against children. So also war crimes are there. What is all this? Their indriyas are not pure. They are using their senses and abilities for wrong reasons. But this man is not like that. Nothing will tempt him. He is happy within himself and his indriyas will only be used for the right purpose. He will never tell a lie, never say, do, see, hear, touch, taste, smell, anything which is not right. Which is not right. That is the idea of the Swachendriya. It's pure. And very beautiful one song comes from one our Anup Jalota ji, you know. He is known as Bhajan Samrat. He is coming in November to sing one of the evenings with Sumit. He is Sumit's Guruji. And when I was small, there used to be a cassette called Bhajan Sandhya. In Bhajan Sandhya, the first opening thing was about Meera's Bhajan. But before Meera's Bhajan, there used to be beautiful 6-7 lines. Those lines remained with me, though I have heard it when I was probably 12 or 13 years old. I think first time we had a tape recorder in which you could put a cassette in those days. And then you could listen to that every evening. So as a habit, in the evening after you light the lamp, I would put that cassette and listen to this song. It was very soothing, very, very pleasing. But those words which remain with me. It says, है आँख वो जो श्याम का दर्शन किया करे. Should I sing or speak? It says, है आँख वो जो श्याम का दर्शन किया करे, है शीश वो जो प्रभु चरण में वंदन किया करे. बेकार वो मुख है, बेकार वो मुख है जो रहे व्यर्थ बातों में. मुख वो है जो हरि नाम का सुमिरन किया करे. हीरे मोती से शोभा नहीं है हाथ की, हीरे मोती से शोभा नहीं है हाथ की. है हाथ वो जो भगवान का पूजन किया करे. मर कर भी अमर नाम है उस जीव का जग में. प्रभु प्रेम में बलिदान जो जीवन किया करे. हरि प्रेम में बलिदान जो जीवन किया करे. He says, है आँख वो, eyes are those that only see the Shyama, means the Lord Krishna. Head is that which bows at the feet of the Lord. Tongue is that which chants the glory of the Lord or sings the glory of the Lord. बेकार वो मुख है जो रहे व्यर्थ बातों में. That mouth is a wasted mouth or tongue is a wasted tongue. That speech is a wasted speech which gossips, talks unnecessarily. The real speech is that which sings the name of the God. मुख वो है जो हरिनाम का सुमिरन किया करे. हीरे मोती से शोभा नहीं है हाथ की. Hands are not decorated because of pearls and diamonds. है हाथ वो जो भगवान का पूजन किया करे. Hand is that which worships the divine. Worship means serves the divine in all beings. And मरकर भी अमर नाम है उस जीव का जग में. That person becomes immortal. That person's name remains forever. Who sacrifices his life for the sake of the divine. It means who lives in accordance with the divine will. Only such people, they really are remembered forever. So when we say about this Jnani, Swachendriya, pure in his demeanor, his indriyas are only to worship the divine. His eyes see the divine in everything. His ears hear the divine things. His tongue speaks the divine things. His hands serve the divine all the time. And his whole life is dedicated to the divine. That is the true yogi, that is the true jnani, as per the Ashtavakra. Otherwise, people pride themselves with a lot of attainments and achievements, both in yogas, siddhis, or knowledge of the scriptures. There are many gurus who can go on giving lectures also, but do they practice is the question. Like this Brahmin who said, I know the meaning of Bhagavad Gita shloka, but truly he did not practice it till his wife tells him. So these are Swachendriya and Nityam Ekaki, they're ever free, ever alone. That's a very beautiful thought, ever alone. How can you be ever alone when you are in between so many people? Somehow you feel distanced and dispassionate. So you can be in the middle of a crowd, but you need not be crowded. You need not be feeling crowded. You are still alone. In the middle of the market also, they can be as peaceful as they are sitting in a cave in the Himalayas. Because their mind is so withdrawn. They are not engaged. Even though they are sitting there, their mind is not engaging with the things around. As if they don't belong there, they don't exist there. That is how they live in this world, untouched by all of it. And if at all they have to ever use their indriyas for any purpose, it would be for a divine purpose. Otherwise, they'll sit quietly. Like Bhagavad Gita says, like tortoise, it withdraws its limb. Yatha kurmango niva. Like the tortoise withdraws its limbs the moment it senses danger and stays quiet. Likewise, these indriyani indriyarthebhya tasya prajna pratishtita. Those who are in the state of wisdom, those who are established in that wisdom, they just withdraw their senses and sit like a tortoise. Let the world go by. They are happy within their shell. And they'll bring out these limbs only when necessary. And if it's not necessary, they'll keep it inside. Why unnecessarily keep seeing things? Why unnecessarily keep hearing? Why unnecessarily keep talking? Why unnecessarily keep doing things which are not necessary? Just be. How? Withdrawn. This is their nature. They will come out to do things only if it is necessary. Otherwise, they'll go into that state of the self and be established. Nitya ekaki, ever alone. Not lonely. Then this new generation will start thinking, I'm depression, loneliness, all that. This is not loneliness. This is aloneness. There's a world of difference between the two. In aloneness, you are happy, you are satisfied. You are not sad and grieving. In loneliness, you are sad. That's a negative thing. Physically, both look same. Aloneness also means he is sitting alone. Loneliness also means he is sitting alone. But in loneliness, there is sadness. There is a sense of deprivation, sense of not belonging, not being wanted. All kinds of negativities are there. But in aloneness, there is positivity. You're happy with yourself. And one small thing, I was telling yesterday to somebody, how the life has become now in the last 10 years or 20 years for most of the world, with the arrival of phones, social media, and this constant communication. If you make somebody sit like that and keep the phone in front of that person, and let the phone keep pinging notification, what will he do? 2 minutes he'll sit, third minute he'll catch the phone and start checking. Haven't I seen this called phobbing? You're talking to people, but you're checking your phone. So that's so disrespectful. And now there is one more called word as now included into the dictionary. It's called nomophobia. No mobile phobia, basically. If you don't have mobile, you get scared. Where is my mobile? As if one part of you, an organ of your body has disappeared. That fear has gripped the people. Why? Constant stimulation of the mind. Mind wants that only. But this aloneness requires nothing. You can be ever free, you can be ever satisfied, happy with yourself. And I was telling some of these people that how nice if we can rewind to 70s and 80s and 90s. 90s also bad, 70s, 80s. No TV, no phone, no communication, no transport. If you have to go somewhere, you have to plan for a week. Otherwise, you don't even get a proper transport. So people mostly stayed indoors, did their own thing because there was no need. If they have to go out somewhere, it was a big affair. Get train tickets, then for that, no computerization, you have to go stand in the queue to get a ticket. So you'll never travel. Once in a year, you will travel out of your town for a holiday. And no hotel bookings online, this, that, nothing. And all experiences were amazing because nothing you could see. Today, you want to go to some place, you already have seen the videos about it, you don't feel like going after that. That excitement of newness, that nothing is there. These kids can never understand the joy of those surprises. And shocks also sometimes. But then that was life. I felt like we should rewind back to the 80s. Everything was so simple, slow and easy. Today is so very complicated. Here at least there is still some sanity. But just go out to the Bangalore and you know what it is. And go worse. Some of the worst places where you can feel this insanity are the financial capitals of the world. Go to Hong Kong, go to New York, go to London, go to Dubai. My God, the activity and the greed and that passion to just make more money and that pressure in which they live. It's impossible. I cannot even handle that. Even if somebody gives me $1 billion, I won't trade this for that. I would say I'm very happy over here. What do I need? A room to stay, 2-3 meals a day, and a peaceful sleep, and some decent work to do. What more do I want in life? I'm happy with this. What will I do with everything else? And I feel you people are living the dream life. My dream life is you people are living actually. This is the life that I was dreaming of. One corner in Puttaparthi, one small room, and cost of living is absolutely zero. You go eat in the canteen, and you go and do some work. You have nice darshan. And what more do you want in life? That was my idea of being, having arrived in life. That this is all I needed. But unfortunately, that never happened to me. I still seem to be working harder than I worked in the bank. And you people are having a good time. But that's okay, as long as you realize it and enjoy it. You see, but I tell you, this is the life. In an ashram like this, with all modern amenities. A small, decent room. Rooms are also very decent over here. Not like the old rooms in Puttaparthi and other ashrams. All the facilities, security, maintenance, everything is looked after. You don't have to think about any of those things. Food, all varieties are there. Free food is also available. Those who want to eat in the canteen, they can go and eat. And your stores are here. You don't have to cross the road and go and buy some things from the market. Not necessary. I give enough clothes, enough thing. You don't even have to worry about that. 2-3 pairs are enough. Dhobi, laundry, everything is inside. You get fresh milk from the Goshala, which cows have been looked after so well. They listen to bhajans and give fresh milk. Such pure milk. And nice people surrounded by all like-minded, spiritual-minded people. And what to do whole day? I can't sit and do meditation. Don't have to. Morning you go for a nice walk around the campus. It is so peaceful and refreshing. I envy. I look out of my window and see people walking and I feel how trapped I am. I can't go out and walk like them. I only walk up and down in my room. I have a long room. They were making walls. I said, don't make any walls. They asked, why? This will be your living room, this will be your bedroom, that will be dining. I told, I don't want, just remove all the walls. At least I have space to walk up and down. So in my bedroom, I walk up and down. That's a room, maybe 30 feet long room. Not 30 feet, less than that. 20 feet long room. So keep walking up and down in the room. And from the window, I watch everybody walking in the stadium. Happily. And I think that should have been my life, and these people should have been imprisoned in this glass box. But God has his own plans. What you want, that is what you don't get. When you don't want, you'll get it. So I keep telling these people who are around me, what a life people are having, such a peaceful life. Who needs to go to Himalayas? Who needs to go and hide in caves? Who needs to abandon the world? Who needs to give up anything? Everything is so peaceful and calm and nice here. What more do you want? And if you ever fall sick, just in case, healthcare is right next door. Doctors will come to your room and look after you like your own. What do you ask for? Can you ask for a better thing? That's why those people who come from outside, they keep calling this as heaven, Vaikunta, Kailasha and all that. Because they know the value of what it is. One day I went out even to Bangalore city for some other program. I had to close my eyes throughout because so dirty the city is. Everywhere garbage and filth and dust and dirt. I said, how do people even live in this place? I'm not talking about those posh locations, localities where everything is neat because you pay through your nose to keep it clean. Otherwise, so dirty. Everywhere garbage. Have such small lanes, by lanes, crowd, noise. And then I come back here and say, what a heaven this is. Neat and clean and beautiful. What more do you ask for on earth? You cannot ask for more. In this place, you cannot realize the self. In Brahma Shadantarepi also, it is not possible. If you can't realize that. So, be mindful and, be like this yogi who is enjoying. What is he enjoying? The phala of all the punya you are enjoying right now. And this is what, so be triptaha, be satisfied. Don't crave for more, don't ask for more. And ruin this peace that has come your way by desiring for unwanted things, unnecessary things. Then indriya, keep it pure. Why engage our indriyas in anything which is not necessary? Why spoil this purity which has come your way? Then nityam ekaki. In this place also live like a person in solitude, in the aloneness. You don't have to unnecessarily mingle with people. All are doing their sadhana, let them do. Jumping house to house, finding out who is doing what, not necessary. And then ramate tuyah, the one who is enjoying a life like this, he has truly attained the phala of all the jnana and yoga abhyasa. Seems like you have already attained it, the way it is going. I don't know what is happening in the inside, but on the outside you have definitely attained this. Now the inside part is something that you have to work on. So these are such people, always happy in whatever situation. Krishna says they are the aniketa sthirmati santushtam yena kenachit. They are santushtaha. It is there from Bhagavad Gita. It's not here, but I am just referring Tulya Ninda Sutir Mauni Santushta Yena Kenachit. How beautifully Krishna explains. How are these people? Tulya Ninda. If they blame them, people blame them or praise them, they don't mind. They are quiet, Mauni. Not just caught in the mouth, quiet in the mind also. They are peaceful. And Santushtaha, they are happy, satisfied. Triptaha, he just says. Yena Kenachit. Somehow or the other, they are happy. Means they find reasons to be happy. Most of us find reasons to be unhappy. Everything is going right, one thing goes wrong, we'll catch hold of that and cry whole day. But these are the people who will see things that have gone right or things that are not so bad and still be happy. Oh, I could not eat 2 chapatis, but at least I have food to eat, they'll be happy and satisfied. I may not have the biggest luxury bed, but I am getting good sleep, peaceful sleep, I am happy. I may not have plethora of friends, but I have 2 good human beings who are my good friends, I am happy. They don't ask for more. Whatever is there, they are only finding reasons to be happy in that. So santushta yena kenachit. That yena kenachit is very, very important. Santushta in any situation, in any circumstance, whatever happens, they find reasons to be happy and satisfied. They don't find reasons to be unhappy. I still feel a lot of people who have joined us recently, employees, they keep finding reasons to be unhappy. Because they have come up with some huge expectation here that everything will be like perfect. And nobody will be like this. Human beings are human beings. If they were all yogis and jnanis, then I have no problem. But you are all still not jnani, you are ajnanis. Ajnanis are of different categories. Worst versus good, better, medium. So you people interact in clash and find reasons to be unhappy and then write long, long mails to me about how many things have to be improved in this place. To all of those emails, my only answer is you improve yourself first. Everything else is later. But they are here to satirize the whole system, not themselves. So they will never be santushta, they will never be happy. A lot of people leave after some time because they have come with some wrong expectations. And they cannot be happy. Whatever you do for them, they will find a reason to be unhappy. There was one fellow, how many times he told first, I have to leave this place. I said, why? He said, because I have no money, I have taken loans, I am from a small family, my parents are dependent. I told, okay, we will clear that small loan only, we will clear, you stay here. Next, this job in this department, these people are not nice to me, I want to have in another job, another department. Okay. I'll give you job. I changed the job also. After that, no, these people are not talking to me nicely where I'm living those conditions. I'm not getting privacy, this, that. Okay, we'll give you a private apartment. Everything, anything I try to give just to retain him. And no, not happy. Some reason or the other. At least 7, 8 exceptions we have made. Everything was there, but no, not happy. Because decided not to be happy. What can you do about it? The one who is sleeping, you can wake him up. The one who is pretending to be asleep, what can you do? So people who don't want to be happy, you can't make them happy. That's it. I learned my lesson. That I was unnecessarily overdoing it. Then I felt fine. Your choice. You want to stay, stay. You want to go, you go. No more this. Wherever you feel your happiness is elsewhere, please find your happiness and be happy. That's all we want. Because if you are not happy, you will make everybody unhappy around you. By carrying the long, sad face everywhere. And for every little thing getting irritated and reacting. Not necessary. So these people are santushta yena kenachit. And what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, he says, aniketaha sthirmatihi. They are aniketaha. Means they don't belong to any place or any house. They don't have an address. Not physical address. Mentally they are detached from every place. Aniketa, without house, without a home, without an address. These people are. And Sthiramatihi, an absolute steady-minded, never fluctuating. Yo mad bhakta same priyaha. Such kind of devotees are very dear to me, he says. So I picked that santushta word from them, but more importantly, the further explanation of yena kenachit, santushta yena kenachit. Somehow or the other they'll find to be happy, reasons to be happy. And aniketa, they are not attached to anything. I tell some people, shift this room to that room. Oh, in this room we have hung one portrait, we put our water cooler, we put our this, we have paid so much of investment. Now you are asking us to suddenly shift to another one. Within the ashram they complain like this. I tell them, I am giving you a better room and somebody else needs this room, please shift. But we have already grown roots. So we don't want to shift anymore. That's why keep yourself light, I always say. If I tell anybody to shift a room, you should ask me for maximum 1 hour to pack up and move. If you are living like that in this ashram, then you are living it right. If you say, no, I have to pull out all the air conditioning, then I have to pull out my water treatment plant, I have to pull out my washing machines, I have to pull out my oven systems, all that will take about 1 year for me. Not required. You should not be in this ashram. Be free, I have been telling. Keep minimal thing. And what is there, even if you have to leave all these things for the next person, leave it and go to the next one. We'll set up again. That's why in our institution also, I keep rotating people all the time, because I have realized, one place if they stay for more than 2-3 years, they become bosses, fiefdoms. They become so attached and so authoritative. Young fellows, they don't still understand how to handle authority and power and positions. They get very quickly influenced. So I keep shifting them. Okay, you are done 3 years over, now go to the next campus. They're like, just now I started growing roots. That's the exact reason why I don't want you to grow. They say, now only parents have become comfortable with us. Now only they are realizing that we are very good to them, and slowly they are putting their children for a longer term. I said, good, but if you can do this, somebody else also can do this. No, they'll be uncomfortable if I am not there in this campus. I said, they have come here to study, or they have come here because you are learning the campus? What is their problem? They should have come here because same quality of treatment or same quality of education and love and care you are getting in any campus. So when I changed this concept from normal campuses to cluster campuses, I said in these campuses only classes will be there for 6th, 7th, 8th. 9th onwards, they will have to go to a cluster campus. So many parents started complaining. And they started insisting that fellow who was in charge of that previous campus should also be transferred to the new campus. I said, I am not doing all this for your sake. Your child should feel the sameness in any campus he goes to. You are not come here because you are attached to an individual, so you are studying. Tomorrow if that individual is not there, you will take away your child. All kinds of nonsense of excuses I have heard from people. So I made a decision. We should not keep anybody in any campus for too long. Because the moment they start staying, or any position also for too long, if they stay there, they will become authoritative, some sense of rot sets in. And that's why we should keep moving. That's why sannyasis keep moving. They don't stay in one place doing one thing forever. Unless they have become jnani. Once you become jnani, where you are staying doesn't matter. But till you become jnani, you have to keep moving. Just for your own benefit. Because you should not get attached or authoritative or become controlling and all that. That should not happen. So these people are aniketa. They have no address. It means they are okay. They are moving freely like the wind, like the sun, like the rain. They have no address. They are everywhere. They are free, sthiramatihi, and also equal-mindedness. These are the real yogis and jnanis. All others are namesake. They appear to be one, but they are not true. They are fake. They are not real. So this is the idea. How to remember like that we are the aniketaha. See, this house of this body also has been given only for this lifetime. It will be taken away. Then your soul has to go and find another house. That's why Kuvempu sings, O Nanna Chetana, Aguni Aniketana. Oh my consciousness, be unhoused. Don't get stuck to any person, place or a situation. Ever free, ever moving. No peculiarities, no insistence, no particularity, nothing. Ever free. Here it is so difficult. Even in the ashram also, I tell people they find it difficult to move. They'll give me 100 practical reasons why it is difficult. And maybe they are genuine also. Maybe they are genuine. I'm not saying they're not genuine. They're really practical. Then I listen. I said, okay, it's practical only. Maybe next year you can move once you're done with all these reasons. But you should not get stuck with anything anywhere. Because once you get stuck, you will never feel like leaving that. You will always become attached and dependent on that. Once you are settled in that comfort zone, it's impossible to grow. You will get stuck there, you will get stagnated and die. So that is the idea. Second shloka on page number 13. It says, Na kadachit jagat na kadachit jagat tasmin tatvagnyo hanta khidyati yata ekena tenedam purnam brahmanda mandalam. See, for this person who is achieved this state of peace, na kadachit jagat asmin, this world never exists for such a person. It means he is not attached to the world. Wherever he is okay. And tatvagnya, he is the knower of the truth. Hanta khidyati, he does not even become upset or angry if the world or whatever circumstances he is living in, it is changing or it does not exist the next day. So we are, as I said, we are so dependent. This is my bed, my room, my people, my things, my job, my chair, my table, my plate, my tumbler, everything is my. This is the Jagat, this is the Jiva Jagat Ishvara Maya is there. No? This is the Jiva who gets stuck in the Jagat. Oh, this is all mine. And then what happens if it changes for whatever reason, your position changes, you get transferred or something happens, then Khidyati, I don't like it. I don't want to be here. This is not my place. All kinds of nonsense starts after that. Khidyate. But this fellow na khidyate. He does not become agitated if things change around him because he does not see the world as different in this place and different in that place. Everything is okay for him. Why? Because the next sloka says, Yata ekena tenedam purnam brahmanda matlam. Because everything is one only for him. Ekena, purnam, and complete in itself. Entire Brahmanda need not be only Muddenahalli, Karnataka. Send him anywhere around the universe. He is happy. Why? Because he has no such attachments to the world. And he has a vision with which he sees everything as divine only. Purnam Brahmanda Mandalam. Purnam means complete. Now you may say, this place is comfortable for me, I am happy here. Please don't change my place and position. Because that place is not comfortable and I will be unhappy. These are all your ideas. For this person, everything is okay. Everyone is okay. All, whatever work is okay. All departments are okay. As long as he is able to live in that state of steadiness, everything is okay for this person. Purnam Brahmanda Mandalam. Anywhere in Brahmanda also you send him is okay. That is why I keep telling our students, tomorrow I am going to post you in other countries. There may be African countries, there may be European, there may be Australia, it may be Americas, anywhere. These slokas should be your guiding light that time. That time if you do drama, you know what, my mother just now said that all these years she never stayed with me, now only she can stay with me, I must look after Matru Devo Bhava. All this drama you don't start at that point in time. Giving me these lame excuses. This is the reason why I can't go and serve here, why I can't go and do things there. Don't do all this nonsense because then you have not learnt anything. You are only serving your selfish purposes here. As long as this institution is giving you all that you want, you are happy. As soon as it asks for something else, you are not happy. And you will find reasons and excuses. Don't do that. That you will not do only if you are like this. And if you have not learnt Ashtavakra Gita, all the institutions, whoever is working wherever, all are in trouble. But I am not going to spare anybody. I will keep moving people around. So people will leave when they don't want to move. But that is their loss. So remember that. Don't get attached to anything or anywhere. Keep moving, flowing, like blood flows in the body. If it gets stuck, it causes clots and strokes. As long as it flows, the body is happy, body is healthy. Like that, knowledge should move in the society. Jnanis should move in the society. That is how it should be. They should not be stuck in one place. Unless otherwise, divinely ordained, that's a different matter. But in general, I am saying. So no excuses. I like this place, therefore I won't go. This is where I always was living. Here is where I was born. I should die in the same soil. All this is nonsensical ideas. Don't tell all these excuses to the God or Guru. Because for such a person, this Jagat, it doesn't exist in the first place. And even if it exists, it is the same thing wherever they go. They don't feel the difference. Some external differences will be there. They speak Tamil, these people speak Telugu, those Russians and these are Americans. That external difference. But internally he feels the oneness and equalness everywhere. Therefore he is not a stranger to anybody. No place is a strange place to such a person because he sees divinity in all. Isha vasyamidam sarvam yat kincha jagatyam jagat, it says. Everything is divinity. When everything is divinity, how can you be a stranger to any place or a person? Because you feel the divine presence there also. So you feel this is also my home, that is also my home. These are also my people, those are also my people. You don't feel that difference. How you think how this mission has grown to these big countries? How I am able to stay in so many people's houses who don't speak the same language, who don't eat the same food. They don't know me, at least physically. Because there is something else that is common between us, which is the reason why that bonding happens. That something else is this divinity. That is why so many people get attracted, right? I haven't been to so many countries, never talked to so many people, never met them also. They're so easily connected. How it is happening? If it was only to happen because we both speak Russian, or we both speak English, or we both speak Kannada, no, it is not that reason. Or we both belong to the same caste, same country, or we have same similar habits, like we love for some music or art, no. Or we look same, no. The only sameness in all of us is divinity. Other things are all not same. When you feel that sameness, then you don't feel like a stranger in any place, any situation. All are yours. You instantly make friends with everybody. And you have no such issues. Many people in the ashram are very rigid also, I've seen. No, they are like, no, this is our group, that is their group. They are nice to each other, but not kind. Like I told in America, the people in the East Coast, it seems, they are not nice, but they are very kind. And in the West Coast, they are very kind, but they are not nice. What does it mean is that in the East Coast, they don't speak to you so nicely as they speak in the West Coast. But they are very nice, they are genuine, they are charitable, they really help. On the West Coast, people will speak very nicely to you, like that cuckoo. But they are not charitable, they are not kind at all. So in ashram also I see these two categories of people. Some are very nice, but not kind. Some are very kind but not nice. Why? In hostels also, this is Kannada Kuta, that is Telugu gang, that is Tamil gang. What is all this nonsense? At least when I was studying in hostel, there were gangs like this. Everybody were students, but Malayalis will only go to one corner, and the Tamilians will be one group, Telugus will be one gang, North Indians is another gang. They will never mix with South Indians. So I tell them, what is this nonsense going on here? What have you learned from the scriptures? What have you learned from my teachings? If you still want to stay in your comfort gangs. Then I told our people, make sure you pair them up like this, and break this jinx, break this narrow-mindedness. Pair them like this, a North with a South, a Kannada with a Tamil, a Malayali with a Hindi. Pair them like that, let them study like that, work like that. Because otherwise they become very narrow-minded after some time. And later clashes happen. And that is division. So this I insisted, but I don't know how much they've implemented. Because all my policies are difficult to implement. Because they want the right thing. The right thing is not always comfortable. So they don't implement. Some of them think they'll say yes, we'll do. They don't do it. Then I have to follow up and check, and later if I throw my top off, then they will, okay, he's very serious about it, let us do it. But why I have to go to that extreme every time to get things done is my question. You call me guru, you call yourself surrendered devotees, you call yourself missionaries to obey me and obey the mission. Then why these hesitations? Because of this nonsense. No, we are not same as them. This is our, that is there. Here we are, there they are. Yes, we will work together, come, and then again we'll go separate and make our own gangs and live in them. That's not right. A Jnani has no problem. Where he is in Russia or he is in Ukraine, he has no problem. He is in Palestine or he is in Israel, he has no problem. He is in India or Pakistan, he has no problem. Why? Because in everyone he is saying the sameness, seeing the sameness. That is the Purnamadam Purnamidha Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. This is complete, that is complete. Everything is complete and perfect because everything is divine. Everything is divine. And so there is no problem. Maybe it will take a moment or two to connect with people, but you will connect. The other day, yesterday only, some business magazine people had come. They were interviewing me, asking me questions. He said, how are these many people of different faiths and different religions, different philosophies listening to you? Why are they listening to you? How are you making them listen to you? What is the reason? What is the secret? Because a political leader speaks, some people listen, some people don't listen. A religious leader speaks, some people listen, some people don't listen. Even a great social leader speaks, some people come on his side, some people go to the opposite side. How are you able to make all these people listen to whatever you're saying and they seem to be obeying you, following you, not just listening? How do you do that? Then I told them, I listen, I talk to them with greatest love and concern for their welfare. I don't talk to them to impose my ideas or to push them to follow a certain dogmas or to make them of certain kind. None of this is my agenda. I don't even expect them to worship me, follow me, or adore and praise me. I don't ask for that. All I am interested in is something good should happen to them. They should improve from here. They should be happier people after this. So I speak with all my genuine love and concern for them. That's all my secret is. There is no agenda in my talking to them. I am not expecting anything in return from them. I am not wanting to convert them into my followers or disciples. That is what Bhagavan said very beautifully. When he became very popular in the mid-70s, 80s, he was getting very popular. A lot of these foreigners started coming. Before that, there were not many foreigners. But after 70s, 80s, a lot of this hippie culture was going on across the world. So they were looking for some meaning in life. And the wars in Vietnam and all had really turned the world, very divided the world. And Americans, youngsters were rebellious. That peace and love movement started. And these hippies, Aniketa, most of them, were roaming here and there in caravans and motorhomes, and they never had an address. And many of them came to India searching for spiritual peace and spiritual meaning. And then suddenly a lot of ashrams in India became very popular. You would know even those, what you call those, Bob Dylan, all these people came on. What are the London people, those 5 fellows? Beatles. Yeah, the Beatles came to India, went to Rishikesh, met Maharshi Yogi. That became a sensation all around the world. So many things started happening. Suddenly India was in limelight. And all these foreigners were arriving in drones. And they also came to Puttaparthi. Then Bhagavan became very popular and this news started spreading. And naturally the opposition also started. At that time Bhagavan made a beautiful statement. He says, I have come here to light the lamp of love in every heart and see to it that it shines brighter day after day. I have not come here to start a new religion or gather followers unto me. I have come here to make Hindu a better Hindu, a Christian a better Christian, a Muslim a better Muslim. I am not here to start another new religion. He clarified it. What a wonderful clarification. Because people were others suspecting, one more religious leader, one more new religion is forming, another cult is starting, another set of issues will start after this. They will take over the place and the world and they will do all kinds of things, But Bhagavan clarified, no, I am not here to do any of these things. I am here to light the lamp of love in every heart and see to that it shines brighter day after day. That's all is there. And a Hindu becomes a better Hindu, Muslim a better Muslim, a Christian a better Christian. I am not here to start a new religion or gather any followers unto myself. Very clear. He is only interested in the welfare of them. Same thing I told, that is my philosophy. You come to here, you come to meet me, you sit here with me for 10 minutes. I should add value to your life. I should make you a better person in that conversation. I should show whatever genuine interest, concern and love I can show to you. That's all I can do in those 10 minutes, 20 minutes of my conversation. What more can I do? That's all I do. And after that, if it helps you, good for you. This is how I do. And he said, and then people listen to you. I told that is up to them, but most of them seem to be listening to whatever I'm telling and trying to practice it. They were stunned. They said, how can somebody sitting here can influence these many people around the world? But I said, this is only the power of love and genuinity. You are genuine in your love and concern for others, then everything happens. So these people are like that. Therefore, they can connect with anybody. Leave them anywhere, they'll make friends. Because they don't have this idea of us versus them. That is what is this Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam all about, right? There's no us versus them. Everybody is ours, all belong to us. So these people don't have this problem of, I will stay here only, I will work here only, I was born here, I will die here only. There's no problem with them. They'll go wherever destiny takes them, wherever divine decides. They're free. They're free. Because they have no such inhibitions, no such proclaimed peculiarities. They're okay with anywhere, anything. Such a life is so beautiful. Life is, one should enjoy such a life. That is the only reason initially when I used to go to people's home, I used to get very uncomfortable. I didn't know them and I don't know who they are, and I just landed there because Bhagavan has told me and I don't know what's going to happen next day. Lot of inhibitions, lot of, I was self-conscious and I was finding it difficult. Then Bhagavan told, just think of all of them as yours. And what is your problem? If you don't know them, they don't know you, but I know both of you. So think that and go ahead and do what is required. So I just leap of faith. Otherwise, in a stranger's home in some strange country, you are sitting and you don't even know them. Next day you have to converse with them. They have huge expectations. You have huge difficulties. It was very difficult. But the moment you let go and you flow, everything happens. Immediately people get connected. So that is the beauty of somebody who is a jnani, who can see the sameness and connect to that sameness. Connect to the heart of people. The third shloka, 17.3, it says, Na jatu vishayaha kepi swaravam harshayantyami sallaki pallavi pritam ivebham nimba pallavaha. Another beautiful analogy. It says, Na jatu vishayaha kepi swaramam harshayantyami. The one who is established in self, swa aramam, swaramam. It means he is established comfortably in himself. He is being himself. And harshantyami, he is happy in this way. In which way? Established in the self. So for such a person, na jatu vishaya kepi, these worldly attractions, vishaya vasanas, are no more effective in their attractions. They taste insipid to a person who is enjoying the self. Bring any number of attractions, any number of distractions, he is not distracted because he has no taste for such things. How? Like the elephant, which is ivebham. Ivebham is an elephant which loves to eat sallaki. Sallaki is a particular tree. Elephants love the leaves and branches of that tree. It is very medicinal also. So they eat that. Will elephant ever eat the leaves of the nimba, means neem tree? It won't, because it loves the sallaki tree. So even if you feed him or give him so much of neem tree leaves, it won't eat. It will only eat the sallaki leaves because it has taste for sallaki tree and not the neem tree. Like that, these people's tastes change. The jnanis are so happy within themselves, they have no taste for this world left. They are not craving to enjoy this world anymore. Bring any amount of anything to them. They are not affected by that. Why? Because they don't have taste for it. See, when we love something, I have seen our hostel also. Make some ghee rice and pulao, they'll eat plates and plates of them. Till the stomach, gullet, the lungs, everything is full. Right? I have seen that children. Some nice food that they like, they eat any amount. No problem. Something they don't like. Some mixed vegetable curry, some red rice, or some other things which they don't like, they don't eat. Everything is left that day. Because they don't have taste for it. It's not that they don't have hunger. They also are hungry, but they won't satisfy their hunger with this. This is not my taste. They'll go hungry, but they will not eat it. That is how these jnanis are. They'll rather stay deprived, but they will not entertain themselves these worldly pleasures. They have no taste for it. It is impossible to bear. They can't even take it. So they will not take it. That's it. Because it's like the elephant who has taste for sallaki leaves cannot enjoy the neem leaves for his meal. So jnani's nature changes. Once a conversation was going on. Some people came and we served them tea. And Bhagavan asked, what is your taste? You people want tea or coffee? So people said, we want tea. So they served tea. Then Bhagavan, we asked, what do you want? He said, I want coffee. So he served coffee because he once in a while used to drink coffee. Earlier he used to drink a lot of coffee. But later he reduced everything. But he said, my taste is coffee. And then he told those who love coffee, they can never love tea. They don't enjoy tea. Those who enjoy tea, they don't enjoy coffee. We are people with two different natures. You enjoy the world, I don't enjoy the world, he said. Just using the coffee tea as the analogy, he said, you have taste for tea, I have taste for coffee. Like you have taste for the world and I have no taste for the world. World is there, it is there, so it is there. I am not expecting it to go away, nor I am expecting it to sit on my head. It is there, I am there, that's it. We are there in the room. But my taste is for coffee, I don't want to spoil it by drinking tea. Get me coffee. So these people are like that. Who? These jnanis. They are so happy with the taste of the self, the joy within, that these joys of outside world, they seem distasteful, insipid, rotten. So they can never enjoy the world. And such a wonderful thing. See, our problem is that we have some taste for God, some taste for world. One day we enjoy God and self, other day we also want to enjoy the world and its pleasures. And we keep swinging between the two. Whereas these people have lost the taste for the world. Why? Because they are so, the taste of God is so very intoxicating. As Ramadasa sings, Yanto Ruchira. Shri Ranama Ni Namam Yanto Ruchira. Kadali Karjuradi Palama Karnana Patita Pavana Nama Yemi Ruchira, he says. How tasty is your name, O Lord Rama? Even the best of the fruits like dates and others, they seem to be very tasty and sweet. But your name is sweeter than that. Oh sacred, the sacred name of yours is sweeter than all the tastes of the world. Pibare Ramarasam Swami used to sing. Drink the nectar of Rama's name. Because it is so tasty. Why do you want to waste your taste on other things? So these people are like that. They have tasted God, they don't want the taste of the world. If the world comes, they'll eat it, but half-heartedly. Not with all the excitement and passion. Oh, you have to do some work, we will do it, no problem. But again, they'll go back to their self and they'll be steady in that, established in that. That is the idea of these people. So while one side it says that they're happy adjusting anywhere, at the same time they only have taste for the God, not the world. They'll go to America not because there is luxury and comfort and infrastructure and amenities. No, they are going because there is some selfless service to be done. That's it. Their interest is that. Their interest is not about what they're going to get on the outside. So also if they have to go to Africa where there are no roads, no electricity, no water, still they will go. Why? Because they have taste for seva. They are there to help people. They were not going there because what facilities will I get, what comforts will I have. That was never their ask. Such are people who are the missionaries. When Christianity was spreading, these missionaries were sent in all directions. You know the story of our Kodaikanal bungalow. Ida Skada, Dr. Ida Skadar came. Her father, Joseph Skada, who had first come and established the mission, then she came. And then she realized there are so many poor women in India who do not have the facilities, medical facilities, and they were dying during their pregnancies and delivering the babies. And then she decided to become a doctor. She went back to America, fought her way, because in those days in America also it was not easy for women to become doctors. They were not given admissions. But she somehow studied, became a missionary, came back to India. To where? To that hot, arid, extremely uncomfortable Vellore. Very, very hot it is, dry. And what did she do? She built the first dispensary on a bullock cart and served people in the 1940s when the plague hit the place. She served with a handful of girls from the village whom she had trained. And then slowly built the very first medical college for women. And later it became men and women's college. Today is Christian Medical College, Vellore, one of the largest in the South India. And I told this story to our MBBS students, hoping that they will get inspired by such stories. That they don't have to leave America to come to a rural India, that too in hot, arid Vellore, and work with no resources. I'm not making their lives this miserable. They are getting everything on a platter. At least Seva Bhava should be there. But these Ida Skadars, imagine their conviction in doing good. And she stayed unmarried all her life. Until the end she served. And she died in the bungalow which now we own. So beautiful, the legacy she left behind. They are not bothered about these external things. They are only interested in the self, the joy of the self. Yeah, the Jaskar's photo. The joy of the self. So they are able to adjust anywhere and do anything. It's not a problem if the world is around them, world is not around them, if situations are favorable, unfavorable. Because they are not looking at the external things. They are deep into the philosophy of why they are here. And that's why they are able to do anything. And their tastes are like that. One Narada Bhakti Sutra also, when it starts, beautiful things it says about the devotee who has attained that state. He says, what state of bhakti? Para bhakti, he says. Ya satvasmin parama prema rupa, amrita swarupa cha, it says. That immortal love for God. Not that fluctuates with favors and unfavorable situations. Steady love. And what happens to such a devotee? He says, yam labdhva puman siddho bhavati, tripto bhavati, amrito bhavati. He becomes free. Tripta. Just now we heard tripta, satisfied. Amruta, immortal. It means he is not afraid of the body. He is abiding in the self. Then Siddho Bhavati. He has attained everything. There is nothing more to attain. Then the next line says there somewhere, I have written it down here for myself. He says, Yat prapya na kinchit vanchati, na shochati, na dveshti, na ramate, notsahi bhavati. Such a person, how does he become? He becomes a person who never desires for anything. No vanchanas, no desires. Na shochati, no sorrow. Na dveshti, no hatred for things. Na ramate, no excitement also for things. Notsahi bhavati, no enthusiasm for the world. His nature has changed. So he's not tend to come and tell him, you do this, your business will grow. Like yesterday, this fisherman's story. Buy more boats, do more fishing, buy more. I'm happy I'm taking my afternoon nap. I'm happy. I don't want more than this. I'm happy with this. They're happy, satisfied, no utsahi. Unnecessarily, they're not enthused about the worldly things. Of course, talk about God, they are very enthusiastic. But talk about world, they show no interest whatsoever. Then, it's one last line of that, from there it comes, Yajñatva matto bhavati, stabdo bhavati, atma ramo bhavati. Matto bhavati. Such a devotee becomes intoxicated in the love of God. Unable to enjoy the world anymore. Like an intoxicated person, try to feed him something, try to tell him something. No. One day I was in Bangalore, I was going to the office, and I used to have breakfast in a small wayside, these coffee shops will be there. That you stand and eat, all these upacharas are there, full of them. But this was like real small one, but it was very convenient because my bus would drop me there. I'll come out, that was a Jayanagar 3rd block, and just outside there was a small shop. They will serve you this chow chow bath or something, and with a little tea. I'll have that, and I'll go walking to the office, which was just 100 meters from there. That was my daily routine. So one day I went to have my water, and I was having some breakfast or something. Just then I saw a man, in very high speed on a bike was going, but the bike was all swinging this way, that way. I understood this man must have been drinking all night, and just now bar would have been closed. So now he is going back wherever. And then he skid and fell, and the bike dragged him like a few meters. And all of us who watched that, they rushed to help him, and his whole skin, the entire face the skin was gone. All bones were seen, because his face was, dragged on the that tar road. It was such a horrible scene to see. Even to imagine, I was feeling so painful. He is drunk so much that he's not realizing the pain. Not feeling the pain of such a horrible accident. I thought, I don't know whether bones have cracked, fractures have happened, we don't even know. We were all feeling, the onlookers were feeling so concerned. He's not realizing only, we're trying to lift him up, something is blabbering. This blood filling his whole face, not understanding at all, intoxicated. Pain has happened. Maybe he'll realize once the intoxication comes down, then he'll realize how much pain it is. But these people are like that bhaktas, intoxicated by the divine joy. They don't feel the pain of the world at all. They don't feel the trauma of the world at all. World is never an easy place. For jnani or ajnani, both suffer in the world. Because world is like that. Nityam asakham lokam. It is temporary and full of sorrow. How can you expect joy in this world? Not possible, it says. But these people don't feel the pain and suffering because they are intoxicated by the divine joy. And where are they established? They are established. Atma Ramo Bhavati. Here also it says, Swaramam. They become Atma Rama, means they're established comfortably. Aramam means happily, comfortably where? Atman, in their self. So whatever happens around, it doesn't affect them. It doesn't affect them at all. It may happen, but then it doesn't touch them. Like if you are under anesthesia, you don't feel the pain. The other day I was watching a video of a lady who is undergoing a brain surgery. Her skull is open, they are doing surgery, and she is playing clarinet while the surgery is going on, her brain surgery. Imagine if they had not given her anesthesia, you think she would play clarinet? She'll be singing, crying. But because she's under anesthesia, she doesn't know that her skull has been cut open and the doctors are working on a clot in her brain. And while she's happily playing clarinet, lying on the operation table. By anesthesia's effect. Like that, these people develop that anesthesia of love, of God intoxication. Then they don't feel the pain of the world. World is painful only. Who said world is not painful? When I'm giving darshan and blessings to the parents, so many people are telling me their problems. I have lost my job. This is a problem, another child is there, please give also admission. Some other problem, my house, something got stuck. Should I expect them to say any better things? No, because the world is like that. It is full of problems. But a bhakta, when he asked, are you having any problem? I am happy, don't worry about me. But you don't have money, you don't have a job. That's okay. God will take care. That is their attitude. And the worldly people, even if they have 99 things going right, one thing is not the way they want it, they'll go and complain to everybody, to God, they'll cry about it to anybody whom they meet on the street. Whereas these people are ever satisfied, joyful, established in the self, masti in the Hindi, or what you call Sufi. Mast Maula, they say, these people are. Happy-go-lucky, Hakuna Matata. They don't bother about what's going on around them. Why? Because they're established in another state of existence, which in kind of is an immunity against all the afflictions of the world. Can we ever reach that state? One should really, once you hear these things, you should get motivated. I also want to live in that exalted state. Enough of this going up and down, this ladder of success and failure, swinging from sorrow to joy, and then wanting this, not wanting that, and complaining about everything that is happening around us. Stop it. How long will this go on? How long will this go on? These verses should motivate us, because our taste should change now. Enough of world. We have enough taste for the world. Now taste God and enjoy God. It takes time, like children take time to develop tastes. But once they develop taste for it, they don't agree to the previous meal. Like babies who drink mother's milk, they don't want rice. But after Annaprashna, some insistence, some feeding, after some time they start liking rice and they don't want mother's milk anymore. So we can change our tastes. And our taste has to change from the worldliness to godliness. And these people are lost in that intoxicated Atma Raman Swaramam Sthiti. For them nothing matters, whatever is happening on the outside, it does not matter. Like Mirabai is there, I always admire her. And there is a beautiful movie called Meera, and I think Hema Malini ji has acted in it. It's a beautiful movie. I think everybody should see it some point in time. And there they show her story, how she is put through all kinds of tests. And this Anup Jalota song continues from there. Aisi lagi lagan, मीरा हो गई मगन, वो तो गली गली हरी गुण गाने लगी, महलों में पली बन के जोगन चली, मीरा रानी दीवानी कहाने लगी, ऐसी लागी लगन. And then she would say, nobody should stop me from singing the glory of Govinda. कोई रोके नहीं, कोई टोके नहीं, मीरा गोविंद गोपाल गाने लगी, बैठी संतों के संग रंगी मोहन के रंग, मीरा प्रेमी प्रीतम को मनाने लगी, वो तो गली गली हरि गुण गाने लगी, ऐसी लागी लगन. Today I have taken over Pranav's job. He's wondering. Meera's life is like that. She lost herself. Lagan. Lagan means a sense of absorption in something that is beyond your control. If you control and decide, I will become absorbed in God, that is not absorption. Lost herself in the love of divine. And Lagan. Once she has lost herself, Meera ho gayi magan. Then she is intoxicated. She has found her connection to the Lord and become intoxicated. After she is intoxicated, what can you tell her, what can you not tell her? Koi roke nahi, koi toke nahi. Who can tell her what you should do? Who can stop her from doing what she is doing? Because she has lost herself in another madness. Rana ne vish diya, mano amrit piya, it says. Her husband gives her poison to drink. And she is drinking it off so happily as if she is drinking the nectar. She doesn't feel that it's poison. The whole court is waiting for her to die. And she happily drinks and doesn't die after that. Because she's lost herself. She's in another state of mind. She is no more the Meera of the body that the Rana or the husband knows. She drinks, no problem for her. And she wants to stay with the in the sangha, satsanga of the sadhus. For a woman in those days, roaming around with fakirs and sadhus is a very, what do you call, looked down upon kind of a thing. Because first of all, a woman, that too your queen, that too Rajasthan, highly orthodox in terms of women's rights and things like that. And then you're roaming with these people on the street. Why? Because she lost lagan. She has lost herself in that feeling. Magan means she has lost all sense of shame and sense of dignity, sense of whatever the queenhood or sense of belonging to a royal family. Everything she has lost. In a way, she has become kind of shameless. That's I keep saying, selfless, fearless, and become no shame to sing the glory of the Lord, even though she is tortured. Look, dukh lakho sahe, muh se Govind kahe. When everybody tortures her, she doesn't complain. She says Govinda instead. What is there? Everything is Govinda for me. So, such people existed on this earth, not too far in the past. Recent time. These are all 300-400-year-old stories. And they were there and they lived a life like this. And I always, when I listen to this, I always think, what a blessed life it is. Kritarthaha. What a blessed life it is. And look at this life of, like Swami Vivekananda says, no, these are, that time he said, we were 33 crore Indians, and generally we used to call ourselves 33 crore devatas, Mukkoti devatalu. He used to say there are 33 crore insects. Because our life is like insects only, eating, sleeping, procreating, fearing what will happen tomorrow. That's all. Is that even a life worth living is the question. These are the exalted lives of the great ones. Please think about it and get motivated, get inspired to lead such lives. That is the idea of this thing. There is a song from Akkamahadevi. Basavanna's song is that he'll sing.
अरण्य के हो गदिरो अरण्य के हो गदिरो माने गे अरण्य के हो गदिरो मनिगे बारदिरो ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀಯೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಇರು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀಯೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಇರು. ಅಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಇರು. ಅಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಇರು. ಅರಣ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗದಿರು. ಮನವನು ನೀಗಿಸು, ಅದೇ ಅರಣ್ಯ. ಮನವನು ನೀಗಿಸು, ಅದೇ ಅರಣ್ಯ. ಮನವನು ನೇಮಿಸು, ಅದೇ ಮನ. ಮನವನು ನೇಮಿಸು, ಅದೇ ಮನೆ. ಮನವನು ನೀಗಿಸು, ಅದೇ ಅರಣ್ಯ. ಮನವನು ನೇಮಿಸು, ಅದೇ ಮನೆ. ಕೂಡಲ ಸಂಗಮ ದೇವನ ಕೂಡಲ ಸಂಗಮ ದೇವನ. ಕೂಡಲ ಸಂಗಮ ದೇವನ. ದೇವನ 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 ಕೂಡಲ ಸಂಗಮ ದೇವನ. ಕೂಡಲ ಸಂಗಮ ದೇವನ ನೆನೆದು ಇರು. ಮದೇ ಆನಂದ ಅದೇ ಆನಂದ 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 ಅರಣ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗದಿರು ಮನೆಗೆ ಬಾರದಿರು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀಯೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಇರು ಅಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಇರು ಅಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಇರು ಇರು ಅಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಇರು.
This afternoon I'll be going to Raipur. We have a program where the Prime Minister is coming in Raipur, our hospital also. It's a government program, but he is going to be speaking to the children who have been operated in our hospitals. 2,500 of them are gathering there. And so also there are other events. So I'll be going this afternoon, I'll be coming back tomorrow afternoon. So tomorrow morning you will have a test. They're going to conduct one test, isn't it? So you'll have to write the test. Test is my taste. If you do well, you have very many prizes awaiting. Do so, study and do well, because this is my subject, and you should score well in this. And I'll be back by tomorrow afternoon. Hopefully, if all the events will be getting over in the morning, first half, I'll come back in the second half. All right. And today is also Brazil Day. I won't be here for the event in the evening. I'll meet them backstage now, but I just want to tell them that do not feel bad that I'm not watching here. I'm watching everything, everywhere. How? Because I'm inside you, and that's how I watch. I don't want to watch on the YouTube. So you enjoy your day, and even the music is very nice. Brazilian music is also very, very nice music, so you'll get to hear some of it in the evening, and I'll be back tomorrow afternoon.
सर्वसुगुण सिंधवे सकल सुजन बंधवे सर्वसुगुण सिंधवे सकल सुजन बंधवे गुरवे मधुसूदनाय महित मंगलम सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय महित मंगलम दीन दुखित पोषकाय दान धर्म प्रेरकाय दीन दुखित पोषकाय दान धर्म प्रेरकाय सर्वलोक हितरताय सर्वमंगलम सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय महित मंगलम वेदनादवर्धकाय विश्वशान्ति स्थापकाय वेदनादवर्धकाय विश्वशान्ति स्थापकाय ब्रह्मज्ञानबोधकाय दिव्यमङ्गलम् सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय महितमङ्गलम् सत्यसायिनः प्रियाय सत्यप्रेम विग्रहाय सत्यसायिनः प्रियाय सत्यप्रेम विग्रहाय नित्यशुद्ध निर्मलाय नित्यमङ्गलम् सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय दिव्यमङ्गलम् सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय महितमङ्गलम् ॐ जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्तजना संरक्षक भक्तजना संरक्षक प्रतिमहेश्वर ॐ जय जगदीश हरे शशिवदना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपते स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते आश्रित कल्पलतिका आश्रित कल्पलतिका आपद्बान्धव ॐ जय जगदीश हरे मातपिता गुरुदैवमु मरियन्तयु नीवे स्वामी मरियन्तयु नीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नागेन्द्राशयन ॐ जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूप ओजस्वी ओं साई महादेव सद्गुरु साई महादेव मंगल हारति वंदुको मंगल हारति वंदुको मंगल गिरिधारी ओं जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओं सत्य नारायण 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 ओं नारायण नारायण ओं सत्य नारायण नारायण ओं सत्य नारायण नारायण ओं जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओं सत्य नारायण 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 ओं नारायण नारायण ओं सत्य नारायण नारायण ओं सत्य नारायण नारायण ओं जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओं सत्य नारायण 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 ओं नारायण नारायण ओं सत्य नारायण नारायण ओं सत्य नारायण नारायण जय सद्गुरुदेवा शांति 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 समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु शांति 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 जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय बोलो सद्गुरु श्री मधुसूदन साई जी की जय